Welcome back to the world of Stranger Things. This is part 2 of our deep dive into the cast, and yes, we're just getting started. 50 more surprising facts, behind-the-scenes stories, and details you probably missed. No filler, no repeats. Let's get straight into it. Sadie Sink began her career on Broadway, most notably playing Annie at a young age. The intense vocal and emotional demands of the role taught her discipline early in life. This stage training gave her a natural confidence when transitioning to camera work. She became vegan after working with Woody Harrelson, who introduced her to plant-based cooking on set. Sadie has said the lifestyle made her feel healthier and more grounded. Since then, she has become an advocate for ethical and environmentally conscious eating. Sadie is an avid long-distance runner and uses running as a form of meditation. She often runs before filming emotional scenes to focus her mind. The routine helps her maintain balance during stressful production periods. Her favorite director, Darren Aronofsky, later cast her in The Whale, earning her major critical praise. Sadie described the experience as transformative because Aronofsky pushed her to explore raw emotional vulnerability. Many critics considered her performance one of the film's strongest elements. She loves thrifting and upcycling clothing, often altering pieces by hand. Sadie believes sustainability in fashion is just as important as in food. Her DIY approach has become a personal creative outlet. Sadie comes from a large family with 4 siblings, 2 of whom also act. Growing up in such an energetic household helped her develop strong communication skills. Her brothers and sister remain her biggest supporters. Despite her popularity, Sadie avoids TikTok and similar platforms. She says constant online presence creates unhealthy pressure, especially for young actors. Instead, she prefers controlled, intentional use of social media. She loves psychological thrillers and often studies them to deepen her understanding of character motivations. These films influence how she approaches emotionally heavy roles. They also inspire her to pursue characters with complex internal struggles. Sadie is naturally introverted and finds big crowds overwhelming. Although her performances appear bold and fearless, she prefers quiet environments off camera. Acting for her is a safe space to express sides of herself she usually hides. She is known for exceptional professionalism despite her young age. Directors praise her focus, punctuality, and ability to handle emotionally intense material. Sadie's maturity has earned her a reputation as one of the most reliable young performers in the industry. Winona Ryder has had a lifelong fear of flying, which has shaped how she travels for roles. She often opts for long car or train journeys instead of quick flights, even when it makes travel far more complicated. Cast and crew have adapted schedules around this phobia out of respect for her comfort. Her stage name, Ryder, was inspired by the musician Mitch Ryder, a favorite of her father. She adopted it as a teenager to create a unique identity in Hollywood, thinking her birth name, Winona Horowitz, was too formal for the industry. The name quickly became iconic as her career exploded. The Winona Forever tattoo she shared with Johnny Depp became one of the most famous celebrity tattoos of the 1990s. After their breakup, Depp altered it to read Winona Forever, which unexpectedly turned into its own pop culture landmark. Winona has spoken about that era with warmth despite the public scrutiny. Winona is an avid collector of rare books, especially 19th century and Russian literature. She owns several valuable first editions and treats her personal library as a sanctuary from Hollywood chaos. Literature has long influenced her emotional depth as an actress. As a child, Winona was severely bullied for dressing in a punk-inspired, unconventional style. She has said these experiences helped her empathize with outsiders and misfits, shaping many of the roles she gravitated toward. Her vulnerability on screen often stems from those early struggles. She began acting professionally at 13, impressing directors with unusual emotional maturity. Her early performances displayed a blend of innocence and intensity rarely seen in teen actors. This unique combination made her a standout in 1980s and 1990s cinema. Winona has been a lifelong fan of The Cure, whose melancholic music shaped her aesthetic. She has said the band's emotional honesty resonated deeply with her growing up. Their influence can be seen in the moodier, introspective roles she often chooses. Stranger Things marked a major career resurgence for Winona after several years away from the spotlight. The role of Joyce Byers allowed her to return to emotionally heavy storytelling, something she excels at. Fans and critics praised her performance as one of the show's emotional anchors. Despite her legendary status, Winona is known for her gentle, humble personality on set. Younger cast members often describe her as a mentor who gives grounded advice and emotional support. She intentionally avoids dominating scenes, allowing others to shine. Winona supports organizations that help women affected by domestic violence, often donating privately. She prefers to keep her activism low profile, feeling that the cause matters more than public recognition. Those close to her say she has contributed quietly for decades. David Harbour struggled with severe depression early in his life and career. He has spoken openly about feeling lost and directionless before his acting breakthroughs. Acting eventually became a therapeutic outlet that allowed him to channel emotional darkness into powerful performances. Before being cast as Hopper, Harbour was close to giving up on acting entirely. He had faced years of small roles and constant rejection, believing Hollywood had no place for him. Stranger Things arrived just as he was considering quitting, becoming the unexpected turning point of his career. David is classically trained in theater and performed Shakespeare long before gaining mainstream fame. This background taught him how to command a stage and deliver emotionally layered monologues. Many fans say Hopper's intensity feels Shakespearean because of this training. He worked nearly a decade as a waiter while pursuing acting opportunities. Harbour has said the job humbled him and taught him how to read people, a skill he now uses when building characters. He often jokes that waiting tables is tougher than Hollywood. David is deeply superstitious and keeps personal good luck tokens with him during stressful periods. These small objects help him stay centered before emotionally heavy scenes. He has admitted that rituals comfort him more than logic. Harbour battled alcoholism in his younger years before getting sober. He has spoken candidly about hitting emotional rock bottom and rebuilding his life step by step. His recovery journey heavily influences how he portrays Hopper's internal struggles. During season 1 of Stranger Things, he worried the show would flop. Harbour felt the concept was risky and feared the series wouldn't find an audience. When it became a global phenomenon, he described the reaction as life-changing and surreal. David married singer Lily Allen in a small Las Vegas ceremony officiated by an Elvis impersonator. The couple embraced the playful spirit of the moment, keeping the event simple and private. Their relationship is known for humor, openness, and genuine affection. He performed many of Hopper's stunts himself, especially during the intense Russian prison storyline. Harbour trained extensively to handle the physical demands of the role. He said the transformation required the most grueling workout routine of his life. David is a passionate advocate for mental health awareness and often speaks at public events. He uses his platform to encourage people to seek help and destigmatize emotional struggles. Fans appreciate his honesty and vulnerability, which mirror Hopper's own arc. Natalia Dyer studied at NYU's Gallatin School of Individualized Study while beginning her acting career. She balanced university coursework with early film roles, splitting her time between New York and auditions. Her academic background helped her develop a thoughtful, analytical approach to storytelling. Before Stranger Things, she appeared in several films, including her feature debut in Hannah Montana the Movie. These smaller roles introduced her to professional sets and taught her how to adapt quickly. Natalia has said that working on indie projects shaped her artistic discipline long before mainstream fame. Her breakout role was in the independent film I Believe in Unicorns, where she played the emotionally intense lead. The performance earned her recognition on the festival circuit. Many critics later pointed to this film as the first sign of her talent for portraying complex young women. Natalia was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee, where she began acting in local theater productions. She fell in love with performing early, appearing in community plays throughout her childhood. That foundation pushed her toward a professional career in her teens. Natalia Dyer and co-star Charlie Heaton have been in a real-life relationship since 2016, forming one of the most private couples in the Stranger Things cast. They met while playing Nancy Wheeler and Jonathan Byers and bonded long before confirming their romance publicly. Despite intense media interest, they keep their relationship low profile and focus on supporting each other's work. Natalia has openly said she avoids watching her own performances because she becomes too self-critical. She prefers to trust the director's vision rather than analyze herself on screen. This helps her stay focused on the craft rather than perfectionism. Her first major red carpet appearance for Stranger Things, came when she was still a student, balancing Hollywood events with homework. She has joked that her life felt split in two, alternating between studying in dorms and attending premieres. This unusual double life lasted until she paused her studies to focus on acting. Natalia enjoys working on independent films even after becoming famous. She has repeatedly said she values intimate sets and character-driven stories. This is why she continues to choose smaller projects between seasons of Stranger Things. She maintains a very private personal life and avoids social media oversharing. In interviews, she has said she finds fame overwhelming and prefers to keep her online presence minimal. Her public accounts remain low activity compared to other cast members. Natalia Dyer has spoken openly about dealing with body shaming and unrealistic expectations after Stranger Things became a global hit. She revealed that online scrutiny over her weight and appearance was overwhelming, and she urged fans to treat actors with more empathy. Her honesty sparked important discussions about how fame affects young performers. Before Stranger Things, Keery played guitar in the psychedelic rock band Post Animal. His musical background deeply shaped his artistic identity and influenced the style he later developed as a solo artist. Even after leaving the band, he maintained a strong connection to the indie music scene. Joe studied acting at DePaul University, one of the top theater programs in the US. There he trained in classical technique, improvisation, and character analysis, building a strong foundation before entering Hollywood. Professors described him as hardworking and unusually dedicated. Under the stage name Joe creates experimental synth-pop music. His albums explore themes like identity, memory, and anxiety, often using surreal, dreamlike production. Many critics consider his musical work as bold and innovative as his acting. Before rising to fame, Joe worked at a pizza shop to support himself. He has said that dealing with unpredictable customers prepared him surprisingly well for the chaos of the entertainment industry. The job also taught him humility and patience. Joe's distinctive hairstyle became a viral sensation during Stranger Things Season 2. Fans created memes, tutorials, and parody accounts dedicated solely to Steve Harrington's hair. Joe found the obsession amusing and said he never expected his hair to become a cultural phenomenon. Despite playing the confident and charismatic Steve Harrington, Joe is shy in real life. He often avoids large crowds and prefers deeper one-on-one conversations. His quiet nature surprised fans who assumed he resembled his character. Keery guest starred on the TV series Empire in 2015, playing Tony Trickter III, the hilariously untalented grandson of a wealthy music mogul. He appeared in Season 1, Episode 12, delivering an intentionally awkward rap, performance that became a fan-favorite moment for viewers who later recognized him from Stranger Things. Looking back, Joe has joked that the role was one of the strangest and funniest early gigs of his career. Joe is heavily inspired by director David Lynch in surrealist cinema. This influence is visible in his music videos and album visuals, which often use distorted imagery and nonlinear storytelling. He enjoys blending unsettling themes with bright, retro aesthetics. Joe is a perfectionist when creating music, often spending days adjusting a single sound. He experiments extensively with synthesizers and vocal layering to achieve the atmosphere he imagines. This meticulous process gives his music its distinctive emotional texture. Despite his success, Joe values his privacy and avoids unnecessary publicity. He rarely discusses his personal life and focuses interviews on his work rather than himself. Fans appreciate that he remains grounded and authentic despite widespread fame. That was part 2 of our Stranger Things cast facts. If you missed part 1, make sure to check it out. The link is waiting for you. Part 3 is coming very soon, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment below. See you in the next one.